Hey everybody, I'm here today to answer the simple question of how does a toilet work? I'll be giving you the easiest explanation in this simplistic tutorial, so let's get right into the video. This is one of the toilets in my house, and obviously people use toilets like these, but not everyone knows how they work, and I believe that you should know how it works, because yes, we all use a toilet, we flush a toilet, and we clean a toilet and stuff like that, but we don't know how they work, so it's important to know how they work. So basically, there are a few different parts that I need to explain. This up here is the toilet tank. Okay, I've removed the lid is over there. As you can see, that's a toilet tank. It has a flusher handle on the side. Some of them have the flush handles on the top, like a dual flush, and some of them even have it on the front portion. This is the toilet bowl, as you can see right here. It's the bowl, straightforward. It looks like a bowl shape, that's why it's called that. And then the actual sort of internals of the toilet are over here. So you can see that is the piping of how the water ends up going down the drain over there. So it's very simple. Now basically, there's water in the tank, okay? When you flush the toilet, this water in the tank goes into the bowl, okay? So when you flush the toilet, I'll explain how it works in a minute, but the water from the tank goes into the bowl. The water that's in the bowl goes down the pipe. And anything else in the bowl obviously goes down the pipe as well. So that's the easiest way to explain it. Now, I'm going to go into the more mechanical ways of how it works. So essentially, the water is sitting in the bowl here because of the trapway. Let me just get down on the floor over here. This is the trapway right here. This is the pipe that ends up sending the stuff down, the water and the stuff down the drain. So because the trapway, okay, is higher than the water level of the bowl, the water level of the bowl stays here until it is pushed out. When you flush the toilet, you're pushing the water, you're forcing the water through gravity out like that because you're filling the bowl with more water, so therefore it forces the other water out like that, okay? The water that was in the bowl. So let's go over what happens when you flush, and then I'll demonstrate. When you flush the toilet, there's a fill valve in here. Essentially, this water ends up being forced into the toilet bowl, okay, through the siphon, which is that little hole that you see over there. That sort of siphon, it's called a siphon because it just pushes the water out. So it gets forced out through the siphon and then through the little jets all around. So there's little jets, I don't need to show you, but there's little openings all around here, little jets all around the outside that let the water go in nice and calmly. The siphon aggressively pushes the water out. The little jets let the water go in calmly into the toilet bowl, okay? And what happens is the toilet tank fills with water until the fill valve, which is this thing right here, reaches a certain level that tells it to stop, okay? So when I flush, I'm going to show you what happens, okay? I want you to watch what happens. First, I want you to watch what happens with the tank over here. I'm just going to make sure this is nice and secure. This piece actually comes out every once in a while. I have to just push it back in, so I want to make sure it's good to go. When I flush, the flapper valve, which is down there at the bottom, is going to open up, and that's going to force the water into the bowl. So watch what happens on the tank first when I flush. When I flush, it opens up the valve. Okay, I'm going to release, and what happens now is when I release the lever, when I release the flush lever, the flapper valve closed, and right now, it's filling up the tank with water. As you can tell by the water level, it's rising up. So the tank is filling with water, and simultaneously, some of that water is also filling the bowl. You can see the marks there on the water line. Some of that water is going along the outside to fill up the bowl, okay? So some of the water is basically trickling down along the jets, I would believe, to fill the bowl. Okay, so very simple. That's how it works. Now we're gonna flush one more time and let you see what happens in here, so you can see the siphon working. Okay, just give it a moment. It should be almost full. There we go. So, and what happens when it stops filling? The fill valve has reached the desired level, so it stops filling, okay? I actually replaced this fill valve recently because it was doing some weird things, but I should have replaced this piece as well because this piece right here, this little tube keeps coming out, and then the toilet bowl level gets low because not a lot of it ends up in the toilet, right? Because it's supposed to be filling the toilet through a little piece in there. So essentially, I'll flush again and I'll show you what happens in the bowl. Watch the siphon push the water out. Watch this. So when I flush, you can see right there, there's the siphon right there. So you see the water was aggressively being pushed out. When I released that lever, then it started filling up the bowl again, okay? And now it's slowly filling up the bowl because as the water, you can see right there, the water is going in there which is basically the water is simultaneously filling up the tank, the toilet tank over here, and it's also taking care of filling up the toilet bowl. As you can see, the water level is rising in the toilet bowl. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I'm not a professional. I'm not a plumber or anything like that. I'm a do-it-yourselfer. So I've replaced toilets myself. I've replaced fill valves. I've pretty much rebuilt entire toilets. So I don't know everything there is to know about them, but I do know a good amount, and I do have a good idea of how they work. So I figured I would share with you in this video because there's a decent chance that you know that you push the flusher, everything goes down, but you should really know how a toilet works. So I wanted to share that with you in this video. That's basically it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.